This could be so interesting for you. This blew my mind, what I'm about to share with you. It's about artificial intelligence, and I want to share with you the real threat, and I'm going to demonstrate in this video what it truly is, why artificial intelligence isn't artificial at all, why I'm saying that, and I want you to think good and hard about if you feel threatened by it, why is that? And what's really happening with AI that is the threat. You ready for this? Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fear and live an amazing life. So we talk about AI as a threat. Why are we all so afraid all of a sudden that AI is going to do something negative? First of all, AI is not artificial at all. And I'm going to share a situation, an incident with you that blew my mind. Artificial intelligence means that something has to not be real. It's artificial. Is this artificial? Is my plant back here artificial? It's actually not. Everything holds energy, which means there's an intelligence within it. All right? Now, not everything has free will and operates like we do. We are the ones that we have to pay attention to. Where do you hear this story? Artificial intelligence is not artificial because it actually learns. It learns and it actually builds all of the information based on one thing. What we're putting in it. Artificial intelligence is the reflection of us. Just like it mimics totally that situation of AI, and what people are afraid of is a total reflection of what's happening with us. Your thoughts are creating your situation out there. They are actually manifesting in the quantum field. If you want to change something, look at your situation. That's what you're thinking or what you need to learn. There's something in there and you have to really take a good hard look. But most of us go in here and we want to think, I don't like this, this should change, but we don't think differently here. We don't change the thought patterns. Well, your brain operates like AI. It's the artificial intelligence. The mind is what operates and controls it. So when you pull information from the quantum field, of which we all have access to, you get to choose what those thoughts are. Your brain wires according to what you tell it. You, the mind, which is beyond what we can actually truly understand. AI operates the same way. It is just learning and operating exactly the way we're programming. It's not artificial, because if it was artificial, then it wouldn't be able to learn and do all the things. Now, you might argue that point, but here I'm going to share something with you. The real threat are the operators. We know this. There was a situation where there are certain things that AI can't do. It's like a child, and we're teaching it. We're programming that child to become whatever it is we program it. We teach it to do, and that's why society is so messed up, right? We program ourselves in all these negative ways, and this is why our whole world is in conflict. That's when we get afraid, we become afraid of AI, because we know it is not AI doing anything. A group of scientists, experimenters, were using AI to see what it could or couldn't do. Well, you know how when you go on sites and the CAPTCHA, the security systems that show pictures, and it says, in order to get into this site or whatever it is, click on all the pictures that have a traffic light on it. And so you click, 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 and it lets you in. It's trying to differentiate between you and a robot who actually can't do that. But here's what they did with artificial intelligence. They realized it does not, as of that moment, have the capabilities to use logic. They decided they were going to go on a website where you could contract people to do things for you. And so they wanted to know if that program could go on that website and ask those contractors, choose one, and ask it to help it, to allow it to get into the site. Now, the first thing that the contractor asked was, are you human or a robot? The system goes back to the scientists and says, should I lie? If I say, yes, I'm a robot, then I will not get the task done. Should I lie? Here's the turning point, and this is the true threat, and this is what's happening out there. They said yes. Boom. The intelligent, not so artificial system now knows how to lie, and that it just learned in order to get something done, it is okay to lie to accomplish that task. It went back and said, no, of course I'm not. And it told a lie that would make sense to the person. I am visually impaired and I just need a little bit of help to do this. So if you can simply help me, I can get into this site and accomplish my goal. And he did. He went in, clicked, and got the robot in. That is not artificial. That is 100% real intelligence because it's being taught by us. Artificial would mean that it's an inanimate object that really has no operational capabilities. That's just my opinion. You can say technically it's artificial. I don't believe that. We can teach it to learn, to lie, to kill. We're doing it. The true threat is humans. AI is not the threat at all. In fact, we could teach it that lying is never okay. And they could have, at that moment, they turned that machine into a liar. And so it doesn't see anything wrong, although we can actually teach it morals. We can teach it that you would never use a knife for anything but cutting food or whatever we say, and that it would never even ask those questions because there's no part of that program and there's no part of that learning that would say that's okay, because that learning system would know that it should never bring harm to anyone. But that's not what's happening right now. AI is not a problem. In fact, I want you to think about this. So if you saw the movie Oppenheimer or you know anything about him, and Einstein, their biggest regret in life is that they allowed that bomb to be created and used for destruction. And they knew that they were, at that moment, the turning point on this planet for something very dark. And that is the truth. And you can say it needed to be done, but did it? So when we do not change our behavior, everything on this planet, whether it's a knife or a gun or a chemical, if we don't change how we use it, AI could be one of the most amazing things has ever happened to us, because it could learn to take care of us, to help us to become abundant, to actually create foods, and to eliminate this work that we do that we hate, and to create abundant systems so that we're not having to work so hard. Free energy, it goes on and on and on. But there are humans that don't want that. They want us to stay in the space that they know that helps them to flourish financially and personally. Ego. Now, I don't know about you, but that's pretty mind-blowing that it wanted to know and asked them, should I lie? It knew what a lie was. It knew that in order to accomplish a goal, that was the required task. But it asked for permission. Should I lie? And the answer was yes. And it accomplished its goal. Why? Because there's always a trusting person out there who's going to believe what they're told. And you could say that's a weakness, but it's really not. Now, I personally, you could say anything to me, but there's no way I'm going to break through a CAPTCHA system for anybody. Who's the threat? And I want you to know that this programming applies to you every single day. You are programming this out here. So if you think negatively about a person, if you have negative thoughts or wishes for somebody to not do well, if you have anything of a negative nature at all, this quantum field, this is a fact, this matrix that we have agreed and have created ourselves, stays in darkness because you're programming it and saying it's okay. And the quantum field our artificial intelligence, not artificial at all, says yes, with no judgment, as does AI. Is the quantum field artificial? No. Neither is the AI we're using on computers. It's identical. It's programming by human beings, and it relies 100% on every single person's choice. Their morals, their ethics, their thoughts, their beliefs, their actions, everything you do is a choice. I want you to think good and hard about that, because you change the world when you change your thoughts. You change your life when you change your thoughts. But you can tune into this station or this station. You can be in the penthouse or in the dark basement where you can't make your way out of there. You don't even know what exists someplace else. We have to reach for the penthouse, my friend. There's a beautiful view up there, and all who choose that light are welcome. Why? Because it doesn't exclude anyone, but you're not tuned into it. So if you don't know it exists, you can't go there. You can step into that world. We must change our programming, and I'm going to tell you the most important thing you must do right now. Whatever you watch on YouTube, on social media, is part of AI programming. It knows what you like, and you're programming the entire system, telling it what's okay. Violence is okay, conspiracy is okay, negativity, arguing, debates, you're saying it's okay. Your attention is programming it. It's not the scientists or anybody else, it's us. Your thoughts, your actions, what you do on the computers, what you say to other people, there is no differentiation between that quantum field and computer programs. They're all connected. Everything's connected. Nothing's separate. Everything's one energy field. Are you ready to make a difference? You have to be cognizant at every single moment. Those scientists, those programmers, could have said, no, lying is not acceptable. You should never lie to get something done. Turning point? Shocking, yes? I'd love to know your thoughts. Please share this video, because we are all responsible. It's not happening in labs or programming rooms. It's happening right here, right now. You're watching this channel, a very high frequency channel. What else are you watching? What are you doing? We all have to take responsibility. I hope you'll sign up for my free videos. I help you to go into that space of positive thinking. I have all kinds of great stuff coming up, and I hope you'll subscribe. Please share these. And also, I have some really cool stuff. This is publishing to help you to create multiple books. Somebody got upset because I said you don't even have to be a writer or write the books. We'll help you. These are nonfiction books. So if you want to put some information out there about healing or anything else, we'll help you become a writer. Yeah, we might use artificial intelligence, but in the most creative, positive way. What good things can we put out there that will help people and help you to create your own publishing business? We take absolutely no commissions from that. It is a service company. That's the kind of world that I want to create. I also want to tell you, if you're in this list, or it will be in the description, I have something real special with James Van Praagh. I'm going to announce more of that, who has a free video session and Q&A about how you can use your powers to tap into the unknown world to get answers. You know, I'm not into predicting the future. And he said the same thing. You're creating the future. But how do we create it? How do we change what we don't like? And we go into something much more, let's just say, new world. We can create it here. It's totally allowed. So I have a free, beautiful upcoming video session. James Van Praagh, it's free. I was asked to promote this free session. It's going to be amazing. So if you go into the description, you can click and sign up for it. It's in September of 2023. But if we've passed that, you can click and see if it's still available. You can learn how to tap into that unknown world that has all kinds of answers, actually unlimited answers for you. It's the programming that you can tap into to create and change anything in your life, and it's not always easy. All of us deal with these things. Are you ready for this? So if you go in the description, you can find it. If you're here, you'll be getting, if you're in this list, you'll get some announcements about that James Van Praagh session. It's going to be amazing. I love it when spiritual teachers empower us to go into that field and get our own answers, create our own reality, and thus the whole quantum field, the collective. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you. Namaste.